Hey guys, thank you and welcome to your 28-day spiritual detox. Now, today we'll be going over a lot of different things, but first I want to start by giving you an introduction of who I am. My name is Takesha Thompson. I'm from Philadelphia, and um, for the beginning part of my life, I pursued many different paths. Um, I went to school for fashion design. Also went to school for business, and I've worked in many different fields uh, throughout my journey. Um, but always there has been a voice, a small, still voice in the back of my mind that suggested that I pursue ministry. For years, I ignored this voice. Um, the Holy Spirit and God showed me many different signs and even brought people to me to remind me of this fact that I should encourage people and uplift people and spread the gospel. Um, Most recently, the that nudge um, became a lot stronger, more intense, and I still wanted to ignore it. This was when I was doing hair and makeup. Had got my own space to do hair and makeup, had started my own business, and this had proved to be lucrative. However, it was missing this feeling of alignment. It was missing this feeling of a flow. And even though it provided some material things, it still felt like something was missing. It still felt like I was put here to do more than hair and makeup. So recently, I tried to run away from it again. And one night I went to bed watching YouTube and fell asleep and woke up. And when I looked on my phone, I saw this lady by the name of Latoya Okia, and she was ministering about if you have a gift, if God gave you a gift deep down on the inside of you, and when you know, you know. And the results that you would face if you chose to ignore that gift. After I watched her minister about on that topic, I chose to immediately go into uplifting and encouraging people in the Word of God, because I didn't want to know in my heart that I had this calling deep down on the inside of me and ignore it. So here I am. I created a 28-day spiritual detox for anyone and everyone, so that you could cleanse and purify your vessel before you pursue your spiritual journey. Whether your spiritual journey is to pursue Christianity, whether your spiritual journey is to pursue Islam, whether your spiritual journey is to pursue just spiritual enlightenment. Whatever journey you choose for yourself is obviously your choice. I don't profess to be a spiritual guru, nor a preacher or a priest of any sort. I'm only speaking to you guys from my personal experiences with God and the things that I've learned over the years of research and study for my own life. And the things that I've learned, I'm sharing with you guys with the hopes that you'll be able to benefit and take something from it that can uplift or encourage or elevate your mindset in some sort of way. So, with that being said, I created this 28-day spiritual detox to for the purpose of cleansing and purifying your spirit, because as the word says, you cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. And it's all too often that myself personally, I'm a Christian, but I find this common with multiple different faiths. It's very often that we decide or we're encouraged to pursue a spiritual journey, and we're just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go sign up for this church, accept Jesus Christ as my Savior, believe that He died on the cross for my sins, and then I'm good to go. Or you'll say, well, you know what, let me get my witnesses together, let me take my shahada, and then I'm good to go. Or, you know, whatever other process is needed to pursue a spiritual journey. And what God spoke into my heart is, I believe that the spiritual journey is much more sacred than that. And although those processes are needed, I also believe that it's very important to cleanse and purify yourself before you set out on your path towards your spiritual journey. Because as the word said, again, you cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. Meaning, you can read the Bible or the Quran or the Torah, whatever your holy book is, but that's new wine that you're pouring into yourself. But at the same time, you have to renew yourself so that the new wine that you're pouring into these old wineskins will trying to think how to explain it, but so that this new wine can, Holy Spirit, give me the words to express to these people, so that the new wine can be as active as it needs to be within your old vessel. So the best thing to do would be to purify yourself, cleanse yourself, so that you can operate in your highest frequency with the new wine that you're pouring within yourself, if that makes sense. So again, my name is Takesha Thompson. A lot of people say, I go by the name Kashi the Great, and a lot of people say, well, why you call, if your name is Takesha and people call you Keisha for short, where did you get the name Kashi? So Kashi, spelled Kasha, is basically, I switched the letters A and I in the name Keisha, which gave me Kashi, because Keisha is Kisha, Kashi is Kashi. So I switched the A and I, and later when I did some research, because something said, well, look up the name Kashi, like where does it derive from, or what does it mean, anything, or whatever. And I knew that this name was good for me, because when I actually did look into it, it said that it's the name of a holy city in India. So when I actually saw where the name was derived from, and this was something that was just spoke into my spirit, you know, to switch the A and the I or whatever, and call myself Kashi. You know, and then when I found out where it derived from, it was fitting. So I was like, okay, I'll keep this name. I like it. So that is what I go by. And again, I'm from Philadelphia. I'm currently live in Georgia, and I've been here for about 12 years. And I've lived several other places. If you follow me on my TikTok, which is Kashi the Great, I shared that in my story times, you know. So I've lived here for about 12 years or so, and I've lived different places, and all these places, before I traveled to these places, God would just tell me to get up and go to these places. And before I understood my purpose in ministry, I never understood why I would just get up and go to these places. It's not, I didn't have a job in these places. I didn't have any family in these places. I didn't even have a place to live initially in these places. But God would just speak it into my spirit, and I would just go. And when I would step out on faith, God will always provide. So this too is another journey that God spoke into my spirit, and I'm trusting that God will provide. God will provide the people that needs to hear this message. God will provide the wisdom in my research, and God will provide the words that I need to articulate this message to you. So another thing I wanted to briefly go over is what I said earlier. I do not profess to be some guru or priest or anything of that sort. I've been studying the Bible, the Quran, and multiple religious books since the age of 13. Even when I was living in my sin, before I became celibate, before I got baptized, before I rededicated my life to Christ, before any of those steps that I've taken, I always read my Bible. I always read the Quran and just studied multiple different paths to spiritualism. So and just the way I look at religion is, I don't look at it as it being any right or wrong path to God. I believe that God, source, is light, is a light, like thunder. That light that's in thunder, that's like electricity, like the electricity that lives within us. You know how when people die, when they're about to die, or they are about to die and they come back to life, and they always say, when I felt like I was about to die, all I could see was this light. I was going toward the light. And even my father recently was in the hospital. God bless him and cover him in the name of Jesus. He said that when he was on the operating table to have his open heart surgery, he was unconscious, and all he could see was himself going to this light. And when he was going to this light, he heard a voice that said it's not time yet, and he woke up in the hospital room or whatever. So that confirmed for me that it is this light that we all come from and we all will return to. Also, that light lives within us. There's literally electricity that's coursing through our body. When it's thunder and lightning, when you look up at the sky, there's strikes of this lightning, right? So the way I look at God is that light. Now, it's kind of sort of like a prism. When you shine a light through a prism, it reflects in multiple different colors. This is my perspective on religion. Religion being the prism that the light is shown through. There's only one source of light. There's only one guide, one source, one higher existence, or whatever that light would be called. When it's shined through the prism of religion, it reflects in multiple different ways. So if you're a Christian, that's one way that the light is reflected. If you're Muslim, that's another way that the light is reflected. If you're Hindu, that's another way the light is reflected. If you're a spiritualist, if whatever path you choose to connect to this source is your choice. There are no wrong ways to connect to this source of light. The only way to disconnect from that light is to pursue darkness. But if you are pursuing light, whether it be through Christianity, whether it be through Islam, whether it's through Hinduism, Judaism, whatever, however you pronounce it, you know, the point is, whatever way you decide and consciously declare that you want to pursue the light, that is your choice. And I'm here to encourage you and get you to understand that it is all connected to the light. Again, with the example of this prism, all those colors are connected to this one light. So I just wanted to share that perspective with you guys concerning my perspective on how I view religion and my take on religion. I choose my color or my way to pursue the light. I choose Christianity. You may choose Islam. We are still all a part of that prism. We are still all brothers and sisters in this light. We're just choosing to pursue it in different ways. As a Muslim, you're still my brother, you're still my sister. As a Christian, you're still my brother, you're still my sister. Whatever you practice that leads you to this light, you are my brother, you are my sister. And we are all together pursuing this light. So with that being said, I hope I gave you guys some clarity as far as who I am and what my purpose is and what I came to do. My soul's purpose is to uplift and encourage you guys to connect with this light. Okay? That is what God spoke into my spirit, and I've been glowing ever since I've accepted this task, right? For a long time, I lived in darkness, and I didn't even know that I was living in darkness until I accepted this task, until I accepted the light. It's not until you accept the light that you realize you was in darkness. Because like I said, for years I was partying, and I ran away from this calling. I was partying all the time, I was drinking all the time, I was dressing promiscuous, I was fornicating, I was just living a very sinful life. And what I mean by sinful is that I was doing things that pulled me out of that light. Like I said, the only way to disconnect from that light is to pursue darkness. Darkness is when you sin against yourself. So if I'm going to the clubs and I'm drinking every weekend, it's not so much that I'm sinning against that light as I am sinning against myself. And when I sin against myself, I consciously detach myself from that light. So when I sinned against myself, how was I sinning against myself? Drinking goes against me working towards better health. So that is a sin against myself. Fornicating goes against me maintaining my purity and my virtue, which is a sin against myself. So all those things I was doing was not only detaching me from this light or pulling me away from God, it was also helping me sin against myself. So for years, I was living in darkness. I felt like I was being rewarded, but there was always an emptiness. And the reason why it was an emptiness was because I wasn't plugged in. I wasn't tapped in to source. You will always feel an emptiness because you're not connected to your charging port. You're not connected to your source. If you have electricity flowing through your body, you need to be plugged into this other form of current. You have to be plugged into this other form of electricity. And again, this is just my perspective. So some of you guys may watch this and agree. Others of you may disagree. And that is fine. This video, I pray that this video reaches the eyes, minds, and hearts of the people that it needs to reach. If you are not in agreement, obviously you can click off the video and pursue something else, and that's fine. But I'm giving you my perspective and what God spoke into my heart to share with the people that needs to hear it. So again, I was living in sin. You know, I decided multiple times throughout my life to pursue God, and that's how I know, or my truth in this matter is that you can pursue any religion and connect with God, because there were times that I was Muslim. There were times that I studied Daoism. There were times that I was a Jehovah's Witness. There were other times that I pursued, that I was a spiritualist, an herbalist. So there were other times that I pursued multiple different things. And when I did pursue those things, the results were the same as Christianity. So there are no right or wrong paths, right? So if a Muslim sister believes in Allah and she does her 5 prayers, she makes salat, she garbs herself in modesty, and she has faith and believes in her heart 100% in Allah, guess what? Her Allah is going to move in her life and bless her. If a Christian believes in Christ 100%, she prays in the morning, she prays at night, and lives by the 10 commandments and does what she needs to do to pursue Christ, Christ is going to move in her life. It does not matter what the title of your path is. What matters is that you are connecting to that light. So I did that multiple times, and I chose multiple different paths. But for me, which resonates the best is Christianity. My grandmother was Christian. I come from a long line of people that were Christian. My great uncle was a preacher. My aunt was a preacher. So my uncle has always encouraged me to pursue God. Both of my grandmothers, I remember when I was a teenager and I was pursuing Islam, my nana on my father's side was like, I don't want no Muslims in this house. And, I got a lot of trouble for pursuing another faith, so I've pursued multiple different things, but what elevates me the most, what helps me connect to that light the best, is for me Christianity. Now, for another person, it may be spiritualism. You may feel more connected to God when you're connecting with nature, connecting with the earth, or using herbs for healing, or performing rituals, or that is what works for you to connect to God more. You're not wrong and I'm not wrong, because our yearning in our soul is to connect to that light. So neither one of us is wrong, and I just need us to understand. I keep reiterating that part because I need us to understand the importance of us unifying to connect to that source. And that source is able to heal us. That source provides us the ability to heal others and operate, on the highest levels of our consciousness. So again, that's just a briefing of where I stand with religion. And again, thank you so much for joining my workshop and hearing what I have to say, and applying this information to your life before you start on your spiritual journey. And again, thank y'all so much, and be blessed and welcome. Welcome back. Okay, so this is your 28-day spiritual detox. Again, my name is Kashi the Great, and I got my notes here, so I'm going to share these notes. Also, at the end of this video, I will have the resources that I pull information from, and also a PowerPoint that you guys can download and print with all this information. So if you're on the go and you're not able to access this video, you can kind of have your booklet with you, and I'll also have a note section so you can kind of document or journal how the differences you noticed throughout this process, and how you felt on day 1, and what was it like on day 7, and so on and so forth. So at the end of this detox, you can kind of evaluate the changes that you went through, and how you've grown throughout these 28 days. Now, initially, I was going to make the workshop about 9 days, but I chose to extend it because I just want you guys to be grounded in your fasting. I want you to be grounded in your meditation. I want you to be grounded in this detox, so that when you do pour in these new things and this new mindset and this new information, you'll be able to receive it and connect to source better. Okay, so I read something that said that it takes 21 days to form a habit, right? So I gave y'all 7 more. 7 more days, but yeah, it takes about 21 days to form a habit. So once you get in the habit of fasting, once you get in the habit of eating healthy, once you get in the habit of meditating, this process will become easier, and you'll be able to tap in to source a lot easier because you'll be starting from a clean vessel. Also, I wanted to extend it just to give your body more time to cleanse itself, you know, and to realign your energy centers and so on and so forth. So anyway, that is why I chose to extend it, because I was going to do it for 9 days, but then I said I'll give it about a month, so you guys can really see the effects. And also, even after the 28 days, I encourage you guys to continue fasting. Don't only do it for 28 days. I'm just giving y'all the tools from the research that I've done, just to open that door for you guys. But I would encourage you to continue eating healthy. Refrain from any meat. Do not, I repeat, do not eat meat. Do not eat. The word says that you are not supposed to eat blood. And even if you go to the market and you purchase chicken and you go fry the chicken or wash the chicken and you see it's no, you believe that it's no blood in it. I don't know how many people have fried up some wings before, but whenever you fry wings, you can see the blood coming up out of that meat. So there is blood in every meat that you eat. There is blood. You are not supposed to eat meat, flesh, blood. And I'll get into that more later. But I encourage you to continue to fast. After this 28 days, I encourage you to continue to meditate, to realign your energy centers, and continue to fast, because fasting is one of the best things you can do for your body. Once you continue on this path, continue studying, continue seeking knowledge, and once you get to a certain point, you will realize it will get to a point, guys, where you won't even need food. I promise. Like, and I actually went through that stage in my 20s where I barely ate food at all. Because when you get to, when you're operating in your higher senses, the sun and water will sustain you. But you have to get to that point where you can operate in that energy center, right? So anyway, I'll try to get into more into that later. Anyway, so these are my notes of the information that I gathered for y'all. So this is obviously your spiritual detox. So what is a detox? First, I want to go into the definitions of these words, because the word says that you have the power of life or death in your tongue. So there's power in your word. Also in a word, it says that in the beginning, he said, let there be light, and there was light, right? So there is power in your word. But in order to speak the right words over yourself, you have to understand what the words mean. Also, to subscribe or submit yourself to certain words, you have to understand what those words mean. So, this is a spiritual detox. So let's look into these words, what they mean. So detox, according to Gaiam.com, detoxification means a cleansing of the blood. Wikipedia defines a detox as the physiological or medicinal removal of toxic substances from a living organism, including the human body. Health.harvard.edu describes a detox as a procedure that rids the body of dangerous, often life-threatening levels of alcohol, drugs, or poisons. Okay, so let's briefly go over that. A detox is the cleansing of your blood, a removal of toxic substances that are dangerous, often life-threatening, and it can be alcohol, drugs, or poisons. So during your detox, the objective is to remove these toxins, whether it's drugs, whether it's toxic behaviors, whether it's alcohol. All of these things defile your body. All of these things defiles and taints your spirit, your energy centers, which I like to call them spiritual centers, but based on science, they consider them energy centers, and from a spiritual perspective, they consider them chakras. It would be what they call them. So the detox is removing any toxic behaviors or toxic substances or impurities from your system. So what is spirit, right? Because now we know that a detox means to remove any dangerous toxins from your body or spirit, from your being. It's the removing of, okay? Any dangerous, toxic, bad, negative, okay? All the things that's bad is pulling it out. Now, what is spirit? Because this is a spiritual detox. It's not just a physical detox. What is spirit? Wikipedia explains spirit as the vital principle or animating essence within all living things. According to Oxford Languages, spirit is the non-physical part of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character. This is the soul. Merriam-Webster definition says that, number one, spirit is an animating or vital principle held to give life to physical organisms. Two, supernatural being or essence. And also three, temper or disposition of mind. So remember, a detox is the pulling, the cleansing, the removing of the bad or negative things within, and your spirit is your soul, your essence, your temper. So it's removing the bad things from your soul, simply put, right? It's basically removing all the bad things, all the negative things from your mind, your body, and your soul. Okay, let's go into the purpose of this spiritual detox. Okay, spiritual detox, in essence, is the cleansing and purification of the spirit. The purpose also of this detox is to cleanse, fast, and heal yourself within. This detox, when followed step by step and completed, will eliminate toxic behaviors, backed up harmful waste within the body, and strengthen your energetic field, which in turn will prepare you spiritually for your sacred journey that lies ahead. So, our first steps into this spiritual detox are cleansing, fasting, and self-healing. Let's start by defining these words. Cleansing, very similar to detox, means to rid of impurities, to expel, to kill, or remove. Okay? Fasting is the absence from food or drink or both for health, ritualistic, religious, or ethical purposes. And self-healing is the act or serving of healing or repairing oneself or itself. Okay, so those are the definitions for cleansing, fasting, and self-healing. Cleansing is to remove or kill any darkness, any negativity, any toxins, or any low vibrational energy from your being. Fasting is to refrain from or the absence of food or drink. This is done for health reasons, ritualistic reasons, or religious or ethical purposes. And self-healing is the act or serving of healing yourself. All of your cells and organs can heal themselves when they're in the right environment. Like, once you guys really wrap your head around what I'm trying to share with y'all, y'all are going to be able to heal yourself and heal other people. Okay, so I just encourage y'all to stay on this path and stay on this journey, because like Jesus said, we are and will be able to do the things that he did and greater. Jesus said that we're going to be able to perform mightier miracles than he did, right? So Jesus was able to heal the sick. Jesus was able to cast out demons. Jesus was able to turn water into wine, which dealt with alchemy. So Jesus was able to do a plethora of different things. But what I find to be amazing is that we will not only be able to do those things, but we'll be able to do more. So that's amazing. And I believe it 100%. Again, this video is not for you if you don't believe in the supernatural. This video is not for you if you don't have faith. This video is not for you if you don't believe in miracles. I've seen miracles with my own eyes. I've seen the mighty works of God with my own eyes. So this is why I'm coming. This is why God chose me to share this stuff with you, because he showed me so much in my life and I've been a witness to it. So it's not hearsay. It's not something I saw online. It's not necessarily things I read in books. Yes, I did research and learn these things to have sources to point y'all to. However, all of these things I have seen with my natural eyes. Okay? And a lot more of this information, again, I've shared in my story times on my TikTok. So y'all can go check out my TikTok, Kashi the Great, KASHITHEGREAT, Kashi the Great. And I share a lot of information on my story times, and just about experiences that I've went through that couldn't be nothing else but God, right? And you know, so it's amazing. So again, after you now I'm not gonna it depends on your faith, but I'm not gonna say that after 28 days you'll know how to manipulate water or make it rain, or, you know, do these different things after 28 days. However, what I am saying is this spiritual detox is opening the door for that, so that you guys can access those different realms of spirit and spirituality. So, and I believe that this is what Jesus wanted people to know. What the downloads that I've gotten is that, and Jesus said in his word that he did not want us to worship him. I appreciate Jesus. I praise Jesus. I thank Jesus. However, I also understand that Jesus was sharing with us that we have the ability to do we are all God's children, and we have the ability to do the same things that he did in the earth. However, a lot of people in power want to stay in power. So, I believe that a lot of things that Jesus and Muhammad and a lot of other ascended masters, what they came to share with us, was definitely finessed, because there has to be a structure within this system in order for it to continue. So what God told me to share with y'all is to get the information out to the masses so that they could wake up and understand that all the power it exists within us. It's already in us. It doesn't come from a holy book or a belief system. Those things are good because they encourage and inspire, and it takes you to this space of tapping in a way that's understandable, right? However, that energy is already within you. That energy is already there when you connect to God. But you have to have faith. You have to believe. You have to research and be willing to learn and study. The word says, study to show thyself approved. Because there's loads of information out here that if you don't have access to, you won't be able to operate in those means, because you don't have access to that information, if that makes sense. So anyway, okay, so the first thing we're going to deal with is cleansing. So let's go to what the scripture says about cleansing. So we're going to 2 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 1. This is in the New Living Translation. Okay, and it says, because we have these promises, dear friends, let us cleanse ourselves from everything that can defile our body or spirit. Let us work toward complete purity because we fear God. Complete purity because we fear God. It says, let us cleanse ourselves from everything, right? It didn't say, let us cleanse ourselves from bad behaviors. Or let us cleanse ourselves from bad thoughts. It says, cleanse yourself from everything that can defile our body or spirit. Right? Saying that these are two different things. So you can do a detox for your body and rid your body of impurities, but what about your spirit? Right? So we're going to tap into ways to detox your spirit being along with your physical being. Because in the word, it spoke of cleansing and removing things from your body and spirit that could defile it or whatever. So let us work toward complete purity because we fear God. So I feel that partial purity would be to just say, I'm going on a healthy detox. I'm just going to stop eating meat. That is good, but that is not complete. Complete deals with mind, body, and soul. That is your complete being. You consist of your mind, your physical body, and your soul, your spirit man. So all these things together leads to complete oneness, and you have to work towards cleansing and purifying all three of those things. So it's important to heal, fast, and cleanse before pursuing your spiritual journey, because it allows complete inner purity, and it also allows you to start from a clean slate. Again, referencing what was said in a word, where you can't pour old wine into new wineskins. So you want to start from a clean slate. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into my book, where one of the books that I pulled some of my information from, which is an amazing book. I encourage everybody to go get this book. Maybe showing up on this camera backwards, but it will be in the download that I'll have linked in the description box. It'll have all the sources, so you can have access to all the information that I pulled this stuff from, different scriptures, different books, different websites. Everything will be on the last page of the PowerPoint, so that you can print it and you can just go straight to these resources and get this information so you can see for yourself. But anyway, so okay, so I want to read from this book, Cleanse and Purify Yourself. When I tell y'all this book is amazing, literally amazing. It tells you how you can heal your body. I'm just going to, I'm going to pull, some information from this book, but I encourage you to get the entire book and read the entire book, because it tells you how to heal yourself with different herbs. It talks about the power of your word, and how you can speak over a thing and it will become that. It got so deep where it talked about, and it matches, it kind of combines science with spirituality, right? So that is complete to me, right? Because you don't want to just look at things from a scientific standpoint, and you don't want to just look at things from a spiritual standpoint. The best way to look at things is through the lenses of both, because you are a physical and a spiritual being. So if you're a physical and a spiritual being, you can't just look at things from the spiritual realm, because you exist in the physical. And if being a spiritual and physical being, you can't just look at things from a scientific standpoint. You have to merge the two to reach enlightenment, right? So anyway, so this is so good, y'all. Like, I hope y'all get everything out of this that I've gotten out of it. As mind creates body, so body influences the mind. Times when giving talks to groups, I ask those who have accomplished my cleansing programs to raise their hand if they experienced old memories, thoughts, and feelings surfacing while cleansing. Better than 80% of the cleansers raised their hands. Okay, so that paragraph is basically saying the guy that wrote this book, when he held different groups teaching people how to cleanse themselves during their cleanses, the people who were cleansing during that cleansing process, a lot of the people experienced old memories, thoughts, and feelings during their cleanse. And also in this process, that is important. It's important to share that with y'all, because you guys will experience moments where within your cleanse, you may feel sad and may just want to cry. And those are the old feelings and memories and experiences in your subconscious coming to surface because it's being pulled out of you. So during that process, if that happens or when that happens, just still continue to go through it. You know, I'll have some scriptures within the program so that you can turn to your word. You can turn to your scriptures when you are starting to have these feelings, just to motivate you and encourage you to stay on course, because at the end of it all, you'll be so liberated, you'll feel so much better. So it's definitely worth staying on course. So anyway, the standard American diet, followed by a large percentage of Americans, is deficient in critical electrolytes as well as trace minerals. Due to this, plus emotional and environmental factors, most Americans today have become seriously over acid and deficient in electrolytes. This scenario forces the body to create massive amounts of mucus as protection against the acids, especially in the intestines, right? Pause, right? A lot of people, so it's saying like, okay, based on our diets, so let me put this in everyday terms. Based on our diets, our bodies are forced to create mucus to protect our organs from the acid that these diets produce, right? So basically everything in your body is like pink and fleshy. So the acids will burn and melt this pink fleshy material, right? Or matter, or whatever you want to call it, that's in your body, right? So what your body does, because your body heals itself and protects itself and restores and regenerates itself, what the body does to protect itself is it creates a mucus, which is like a slimy, kind of snotty type of substance to protect it from the acid. So when the acid come in contact with it, it will protect like inside of like your fleshy, like your flesh that's inside of you, right? Like the pink, soft, fleshy stuff that's inside of us, right? Just putting it in simple terms so everybody can understand it. Yes, there's people that will watch this video that will understand exactly what I'm reading, but there's also people that watch this video that will understand me talking to them one-on-one, like, you know what I'm saying? So everybody can understand and have access to what's going on. So anyway, this scenario forces the body to create massive amounts of mucus as protection against the acids, especially in the intestines. Now, your intestines, your most important, not your most important, but one of your highly important energy centers is in your intestinal area, right? Which allows you to have psychic ability, which y'all ever had that gut feeling, right? People also say that your second brain is in your stomach, right? So if the massive amounts of mucus or the most of your body's disruption is happening in your belly, where your second brain is, which is connected to your intuition and your psychic ability and all that, if most of the disruption is there, then it's no wonder you can't connect with your higher self or your spirit, or you can't differentiate the good and the bad or any of those things, because that part of your body is being attacked, right? So anyway, in many cases, this mucus and the poisons contained within it have been there since they were children, in some cases babies. During an effective cleansing, the old substance breaks up and people often recall incidents that occurred a long time ago. Many temporarily feel the emotions they were feeling when they ate something years ago. Why does this happen? Okay, the author goes on to say, I believe it is because emotions and thoughts actually become stuck in the proteins that comprise the protective mucus. Let me read that again. I believe it is because emotions and thoughts actually become stuck in the proteins that comprise the protective mucus, and also in the proteins in cells. So basically, your emotions and thoughts from past experiences will become lodged in the proteins, cells, and mucus that is within your body, that are created in your body when you eat certain foods. Okay? It is as though the proteins have the capacity to permanently record, just like a tape recorder, whatever thoughts and feelings we are entertaining at the moment the proteins are put to use in our body structure. Once this recording has occurred, those proteins continue like tiny vortices, okay, to emit a frequency which is the sum of the memory or message stored there. Okay, so once your cells and this mucus records the feelings that you're feeling when you're eating these different toxic foods, it records it to emit a certain frequency, which is the sum of the memory or message stored there, right? So, okay, so you eat a burger, right? Let's take it further back because it's a process. So, a cow on the farm is about to die. She feel all the energy. First of all, she just watched her baby get slaughtered and butchered or whatever. Animals have feelings like we do. The only difference is animals don't know how to talk, but they experience different emotions and feelings like we do. So anyway, she just saw her baby get slaughtered. Now she see the farmer coming back to slaughter her. She's afraid. She's upset. She's angry. She's all these different emotions. Boom, she gets slaughtered. They cut her up, package her up, put her in the market. You as a human, you say, hey, what y'all want to eat tonight? Oh, I want to eat some ribs. Bet. Go get the ribs, put them on a grill. Now, blood is very key to everything, right? Blood is very key. That's why we cover ourselves in the blood of Jesus. When back in biblical times, when the enemy was coming to attack the children of God, they put blood over their doors, the blood of a lamb over their doors and things like that. There's there's so much importance to blood. But anyway, so, and why you shouldn't eat it and digest it and that sort of thing. But anyway, so the blood is filled with all these emotions and feelings. So now we go get a slab of ribs and put it on our grill because we about to have dinner with our family, right? Because we was taught as kids that protein is a part of your diet, right? So it's not, we don't think, the schools wouldn't lie to us. The hospitals wouldn't lie to us. So protein is a part of our diet. Meat is a part of our diet. So the energy that that cow was feeling will, through the blood, will be transferred into us when we eat that said slab of ribs or whatever. When we eat that, our body will form a mucus to protect us from the acid that meat create in our body. The feelings and emotions that's in that blood will become lodged in that mucus and then becomes a part of us. Right? When it becomes a part of us, like all of us have a frequency, and everything you do, feel, and experience becomes a part of that frequency. Along with the foods that you put in your body, it will emit a frequency that will attach itself to your frequency. So if you understand frequency, like attracts like. So if you have the frequency of anger, sadness, hurt, whatever from this food that you ate, that becomes a part of your frequency. If you eat enough of it, that frequency will become stronger and stronger and stronger, which means now it's a part of your energetic field, and you will attract situations that is a reflection of that frequency, right? If that makes sense. I hope y'all following me. So what you put in your body will determine the experiences you will have in life. That's deep. That's deep to me. That's deep. The things you put in your body will determine the experiences you have in life, because everything is energy. And if the energy is negative from that thing that you're putting in your body, it will emit a negative frequency, which will in turn attract negative situations. So that is why it's very important not to eat meat, because you're eating death, you're eating sadness, you're eating hurt, you're eating pain, because these animals experience hurt and pain and sadness before they are killed. Like imagine a person, the feeling you would have if a person come kill your kids in front of you. The rage, the anger, the hurt, the sadness that you will feel in your body, in your complete being, in your mind, body, and soul, to watch somebody kill your kids in front of you. That is what cows go through. That is what chickens go through. That is what lambs go through. When they experience, they know what was going on. It was a book I read back in the 90s, and it talked about what goes on in these food warehouses, and how unsanitary they are, and how they animals are way more intelligent than what we think they are. They just can't speak. It's like babies, how a baby understands everything you talking about. It just can't talk back to you because it haven't learned language yet. Animals don't have the ability to speak, so they understand everything that's going on. Your cat ever jump in the window and you like, shoo shoo, get your butt down, and the cat jump down and run down? They know what you're telling it. They just can't speak back. So if they're killing these animals in front of each other, and they know when that farmer comes back that they're about to die next, the level of fear that they feel is through the roof. And then when you eat that, you're digesting and allowing that energy to attach itself to your energy field. So anyway, I don't want to stay on that topic too long, because it's so much more to talk about. So, okay, so Okay, so once this recording has occurred, these proteins continue like tiny vortices to emit a frequency which is the sum of the memory or message stored there. This frequency then attracts the substances needed to perpetuate the recorded state of mind. Okay? This theory offers an intelligent explanation for many missing links in psychology. It also shows the need to take control of the ways we think and feel. The discordant messages we program into our cells and proteins have a profound effect upon the ways our bodies function. This includes our health, memory, mental function, and even how we live. Right? So let me touch on that situation. Even how we live. So how we live is, again, let's use the steak example. So we get the ribs, boom, we eat it. So if that cow was afraid, if that cow was angry because it just saw its kids murdered in front of it, if all these experiences was trapped in the blood of this animal, then we eat it. Now the blood of that animal is inside of us and connects with our frequency and becomes a part of us. So now it will determine how we operate and how we live, because now we're going to be operating in fear. Now we're going to be dealing with the anxiety. So many people, anxiety is such a big problem now with children, adults, everybody is experiencing anxiety. It's because a lot of the foods we're eating is producing this anxiety. If you notice, any person that you know, friends, family, whatever, that are on a vegetarian or vegan diets, these people are much more relaxed. They're much more calm. They're much more understanding. They're much more loving, because they are not putting those certain frequencies in their body. They're not attaching themselves to different energies. So they are operating differently. So I just wanted to share that part too. So how many people do you know who, when emotionally upset, pigged out on ice cream, candy, or foods they knew were not good for them? I wish we could all remember exactly what we ate during these periods of extreme stress. All my research indicates that as long as the vibratory energy vortices which anchor negative emotions, thoughts, or desires are still linked to physical substance within us, our minds and bodies will be patterned by this tangible remnant of our past experience. So basically what that's saying is, when you pig out, when you're upset, the emotions that you was feeling in that moment connects to the food that you're eating. And if it's meat, it's attached to the emotion that the animal was feeling also. But just say it's ice cream, and it didn't come necessarily with a vibration of emotion, right? And it was made in a factory and it's ice cream. Okay, so when you're feeling stressed out and you eat this ice cream, your feelings are attached to that food and digested in your body. And it will emit a frequency in your body that will attract more situations that mirror it. So when you're sad and you pig out, all you're doing is attracting more situations that will make you stressed, that will in turn make you pig out and create that same loop, that same pattern in your life. Okay, so that is why it's important to cleanse, detox, fast, and just detox yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically, because it's not just a physical thing. It's not just about food. The foods you eat and the things you put in your body will directly reflect how you feel in your soul. It will also influence how you feel in your mind and the decisions that you'll make, and how you'll act towards people, and all of that stuff is all intertwined. You can't have one without the other. The food reflects or influences how you think, and how you think is a reflection of it's all connected. So keep that in mind. Again, I hope that is making sense. I hope that you are gathering the information that you need from this, and hopefully you guys are understanding what the reason why it's important to heal, fast, and cleanse yourself. It will not allow, when you cleanse, fast, and heal yourself, it will help you with old thoughts and habits will repeat if the toxic matter isn't removed from your system. So it goes back into what the book was saying, like how your thoughts and feelings are attached to the foods you eat. But once you remove those foods through the cleansing and detoxification processes, it will remove those foods, and therefore removing the different feelings and emotions from your body also. Okay, so let's look to scripture to see what it has to say about fasting. So Psalms 35, Psalms chapter 35, verse 13 in the New Living Translation. It says, yet when they were ill, I put on sackcloth and humbled myself with fasting. Okay, so the practice of fasting builds focus and awareness. Fasting also builds a stronger sense of your connection with the universe. Spiritual fasting makes you less self-centered. Okay, so let me read page 35. Okay. Okay, so there's also like different keys and stuff in this book. This book is so good, y'all. Okay, so page 33. So key 4. Stop eating harmful food. The fourth key toward perfect health of the body is to stop eating foods that are dead, deficient, processed, or toxic, for they cause mucus, excess acid, more toxins, and congestion, especially congestion of the intestinal tract. Okay, so I also want to read the fifth key. The fifth key toward lasting health is to supply the body with needed elements of organically grown foods, clean air, pure water, alkalizing minerals, and massive doses of love and joy. Okay, so you understand that it's not just a physical thing, because love and joy connects with mind and spirit. So the completeness of mind, body, and spirit is what allows you to tap into source, is what allows you to connect to this Christ consciousness, what allows you to connect to what Jesus was talking about and what Jesus was telling us about. Okay, so, and again, all this stuff will be in a link below. I'm just basically going over everything. just to kind of just give my take on it and kind of thoroughly explain some of these bullet points or whatever, but it will also be in a link, and I'm also creating an audible version of this so that if you're not able to sit for an hour and a half or 2 hours to watch this video, you guys will be able to put it on your headphone, put it in your ear while you're running, just to keep your mind focused on the importance of cleansing and purifying yourself, and just to stay in that mindset. You have to change your mindset before you're able to enter the gates of heaven. Before you're able to enter into this higher consciousness, you have to change your mindset. So the Bible says you have to focus your mind on good things. So you have to keep your mind focused on eating healthy. You have to keep your mind focused on positivity. You have to keep your mind focused on love, on joy, on helping people, on just good and positive things, and that will allow you to enter the gates of heaven. That will allow you to enter into a higher realm of consciousness where you can tap into things that you thought was impossible before. And you just have to endure this process, and it may be challenging in the beginning, however it is extremely worth it. So okay, so fasting assists with self-control, humbling yourself, and it allows you to detach from this world, right? So okay, so detaching from this world, I want to get into that. I want to talk about that a bit. Detaching from this world is important because this entire world is a system. Not the entire world, excuse me, because the world in itself is not a system, but there is a system within this world that we live in. And detaching from that system will allow you to connect to spirit. Now, I'm not saying that detaching yourself from that system means you have to go in hermit mode and you don't have to go to work, or you don't have to go to school, or any of those things. Obviously, you have to operate in the world, but you have to understand that you are not a world. Okay? You have to be able to set in your mind that greater is he that lives within you than he that is in the world. You will operate in the world because you'll go to school, you'll go to work, you'll do your normal day-to-day schedule, but there's also a being that's on the inside of you that is greater than all of those things, and that is what I'm teaching y'all to tap into. And once you are able to master both, you will connect to complete enlightenment. So again, life is about balancing the physical realm and the spiritual realm, science and spirituality, work and faith. Is a balance of the two different worlds. You understand? So, and again, okay, this is from my opinion, this is from my study, this is from my research, and this is my perspective. Okay, so if you don't agree, you are welcome to click off and check out something else that is more aligned with who you are, right? But this is for my chosen ones. This is for the children of God. This is for the children of the light. This is for people that align with this message. And also, what I encourage is when you do get this information and you download the link and have a booklet, what I encourage you to do is download it and teach other people the benefits of fasting. Okay, so fasting eliminates harmful, undigested proteins and fats. Fasting eliminates excessive proteins, fats, sugars, cholesterol, and acids. Fasting strengthens and improves functions of all organs and glands. Fasting removes harmful negative emotions stored at a cell level. Okay, so let's remember that there are emotions that are stored within our cells that are connected to the foods that we eat. So when you fast, your cells are being removed. It removes harmful negative emotions stored at a cellular level. Okay, so it's more than just removing toxic waste. A lot of people detox and fast to lose weight or to shrink their waist and those kind of things. And I just want us to get in the mindset of, although it is good to lose weight and it's, you know, it's snexy, it's giving very much sexy and all that, but the main thing that I want us to keep on our minds is that we are repairing the cells in our body. We are healing ourselves on a cellular level. And that's more important than looking good. You understand? Yes, it's fine to look good. We should, you know, strive to be our best and all that stuff. Physically, that's fine. However, it's more important to rid ourselves of the negative energy. It's more important to allow our stores to restore, our cells to restore themselves. You know, it's more important. It says that fasting releases congestion in lymph, blood, organs, and cells. It purifies the lungs so that greater amounts of oxygen can enter the system, which is highly important. Oxygen is so important. That's why wheatgrass is an important thing to get into your body, because it oxygenates your body. You know, it's just certain diseases, it's certain illnesses, viruses, all that stuff that cannot stand against certain things. It can't stand against oxygen. It can't stand against alkaline. It can't, you know what I'm saying? So these are natural things that will heal your body that a lot of people in this world are not telling you. Yeah, it is some chosen ones that I've seen online that's promoting this same thing, but I've also noticed a lot of people, they are promoting, but they not really just coming straight off the, like, really just giving you the full truth that we've been lied to. Like almost in every area of our life, we've been lied to about all these things. You don't need medicine. You don't need these different things that was given to us just to be a part of this system that we in. So it tunes and tones all tissues, especially the skin and muscles. Fasting improves digestion. Fasting improves all senses. Okay? And mental abilities, expands awareness and inner knowing. Okay, so I want to highlight that last part right there, that It improves all of your senses. Fasting does this. Why do you think Jesus told everybody about the importance of fasting? Why do you think the spiritual gurus and monks, why do you think they fast so much? Because when you fast, your body literally goes into healing mode. Why do you think Muslims fast? Christians, a lot of preachers encourage the congregation to fast. There is importance in fasting. This is what Jesus taught. This is what Buddha and different ascended masters taught us to fast, because not only does it allow your body to detoxify waste and release waste, it also improves your mental abilities. It also expands your awareness and your inner knowing. Your inner knowing relates to your crown chakra, what would be called the crown chakra. Your inner knowing, your pineal gland, your connection to psychic abilities. We all have psychic abilities. The reason why we can't operate in that realm is because the foods that we put in our body is corroding our pineal gland, is encrusting our pineal gland. There is different part. I'm trying to tell you how amazing we have been created. But if you keep watching TV, if you keep following the trends on social media, you have to unplug from these things and read. Okay? I'm not saying be a lame and don't enjoy life. Enjoy life, but there is a balance. You have to balance yourself, and you have to be able to understand that even though these things are of the world, and every system serves a purpose. So don't get me wrong. I'm not here to say, oh, fight the powers that be. Let's round up a posse and go against these systems. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, understand that all things work together for your greatest good. So there is good in TV. The news, just being aware of current events. I wouldn't say the news necessarily, because it's negative most of the time, but just to be aware of what's going on in the world. So that's beneficial. There's some things on TV that's funny, that allows you to connect and spend time with your family and bond. And so it is good things on TV. It's good reasoning behind watching TV. However, don't be consumed by that. There are good things on the internet. The internet has been a blessing to millions of people. However, don't be consumed by that. Always know that you are a spirit being first, and connect with that first. And then these outside things are here for your enjoyment. They're here for your entertainment. But don't become so attached and connected to them that now you are pretty much uploading yourself into the system. And now you're a character within this system. Understand that it's a difference. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's you have to understand that, again, you're a spiritual being, and you have to exist in spirit and stand within the oneness of yourself, and just know that these outside things are here for your enjoyment only, right? And don't allow yourself to kind of be uploaded into it. Okay, so yeah, fasting, it expands your awareness and your inner knowing. It allows you to connect to a deeper part of yourself, and allows you to have psychic ability. And when you fast, which I will talk about more, within this workshop, you should fast all day. And I want you guys to like really take this seriously, and even on this during this workshop, when you guys upload it, I want your feedback. I want to know how y'all feel about it and everything. And I also want to create a 28-day challenge where we can all do it together. Now, I've done all these things that I've put in this workshop, I've done before myself. And I also want to stress to people, if you have any health issues or anything like that, talk to your doctor first before going on these fasts and cleanses. Also, I would suggest, more importantly, talk to God about it first. But you could, talk to your doctor, consult with your doctor to see if it's good for you. But what I do know about fasting and cleansing is that if you have any health issues, your body will repair itself if you're putting the right things in your body. However, I want you to consult with your doctor before doing anything in this spiritual detox, just so that you'll have peace about completing this fast, this detox. So also, so I want to get into the possibility of healing yourself, right? So I want to go into what Jesus said in Luke chapter 9 verse 48, where they talked about the woman with the issue of blood. Okay, and I believe that this speaks to me so deeply. The woman with the issue of blood. Ooh, that says a lot right there. The woman with the issue of blood. And okay, so backdrop on the story for those of you that may not know. The woman with the issue of blood basically was a woman. She had this issue with blood, right? So because back in those times, whenever women came on their period or their menses, their cycle or whatever, they were kind of prohibited or kind of told you can't come pray with the men, you can't really be around the men. It was a period where you was considered unclean. Why? Because during your cycle is when your body is cleansing itself and is releasing the eggs. So it's your body cleansing itself. So during that time, you was considered unclean, right? So this woman had an issue of blood. So for 12 years, she had this issue. And during that time that she had the issue of blood or whatever, she consulted with multiple different physicians and doctors, and nobody could heal her. Everybody, they tried everything they could. She spent so much money trying to get everybody to heal her from this issue that she had, this issue within her blood. Now, it's multiple things that could cause, is multiple diseases that could call, that are considered an issue within your blood. So, anyway, so, she had an issue with blood. She went to different doctors and whatever. Nobody could help her. So, within her town or whatever, she heard everybody talking about the miracles that Jesus was performing and the things that Jesus was doing. And she said, hey, I want to meet this Jesus guy because I had this issue with blood. I done been to all these different doctors and nobody have been able to help me. I done spent all this money and no one has been able to help me. So boom, she see Jesus outside the synagogue or outside preaching. So when he was outside preaching, she heard about him and she believed in him so much, right? She said, all I need to do, because he's healing people, this man out here healing people, he is casting out demons, he's like a walking miracle. So I gotta get next to him. You ever been in that situation, you know, where you see somebody that's of the light and you're like, I gotta get next to them, you know? So it was that kind of situation where she was like, I gotta get next to him. I gotta rub shoulders with him. I gotta have a conversation with him. I have to get next to this man because he will be able to heal me, because I've tried it on a scientific level. I've went to doctors and none of them were able to help me. So now I have to approach it from a spiritual standpoint because I have to get healed, right? So boom, she go to Jesus. She touched his it's different descriptions of it. Some people say that she touched the fringe of his garment. Some people say she touched the hem of his garment, right? So whatever the case is, she touched him, and he said, oh, wait a minute. He said, who just touched me? And his homies, his disciples was like, you know, was like, well, it's a lot of people out here, everybody pushing each other around, anybody could touch, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might have brushed up against you. And Jesus was like, nah, like somebody touched me with the intent to pull virtue. I felt the virtue leave me. I felt the power leave me. So when he said that, the lady was scared because he was so powerful. He was performing miracles and he was healing people and da-da-da-da-da-da. So she like, oh my God. But at the same time, she like, I know that he's so powerful that he gonna see through me anyway, so I might as well be honest. So she's like, God, you know, or not God, but she like, it was me, you know what I'm saying? I touched you because I had these issues of blood and I knew that if I touched you, I would be healed. Jesus' next sentence mouth was, daughter, he said to her, which is Luke chapter 9, verse 48. Daughter, he said to her, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. That's what Jesus said to the woman with the issue of blood. He said, your faith. He said, your faith. Your faith. Not my faith has made you well. Not your belief in me has made you well. He didn't say your belief in me made you well. He said your faith has made you well. Go in peace. That right there is confirmation that we can heal ourselves if we believe it enough. That ties into, I don't know if any of y'all went to church before. I'm sure many people who watch this video obviously went to church or are have some sort of religious background, and there may be some people that don't, and maybe you've experienced this in your personal life. But have y'all ever went to church or just in your personal life, and as a person, and I use this as an example because this happened to me before when I was in Philadelphia, and I attended this church on, I believe it was on 15th and Fairmount, where this lady came to the church and she said that she had experienced cancer. The doctors had told her she had cancer. So everybody prayed over her. She prayed and all of that. And then later, the lady returned to the church and said that she went to the doctor and it was no trace of cancer, right? So I experienced that. Then also in my own personal life, I'm gonna share with y'all, you know, I heard in the ethers that there's a lot of stuff that people saying about me, and one of the things is I get online and tell all my business. And the thing is that, what business? You know what I'm saying? This is, I'm being transparent because there are other people out here that's going through these same exact things. We are all connected. So things that I've experienced, you on this video because you experienced it too. And you need some confirmation. And this is the Holy Spirit giving you confirmation. So it's not, I don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been a transparent person. I've always been an open person. People that know me personally know this about me. I've always been an open and transparent person. So, because I don't have secrets. When you start developing secrets, then you're giving people ammunition to hold over your head. But can't nobody be like, oh girl, let me tell you about Kashi. Because guess what? Kashi already told you about Kashi. So, it's no secrets. It's nothing nobody can hold over my head because I've already told you everything about myself. And I've came to you transparent, you know, as my real true self. Anyway. So let me wrap this up, this portion of the workshop. So what I was saying, so I want to read from the principle. I want to read page 64. It's a lot of information to get to y'all, so I'm just, you know, it'll be more structured in a PowerPoint that y'all download or whatever. It'll have all the information, but you know, I'm trying to give y'all my perspective on it also to help you guys kind of understand it from a more relatable tone, because again, yes, there will be some people that are from a religious background that already understand this mindset, but it'll also be people that will watch this video that's not from a spiritual background or not from an educated background, and they understand everyday language. So I'm explaining it in everyday language so the concepts could be understood by everybody. So anyway, so back to that experience. So the lady came back and she said she ain't had cancer no more. Then in my own personal experience, I went to the doctor before and they said that I had issues with my thyroid, right? Which is a gland that sits in your throat. And it was because my throat chakra was blocked. And when your different energy sources are blocked, it can create physical dis-ease in your body. So it's important, it's highly, highly, highly important to unblock the different energy sources in your body so that you can function at an optimal level or whatever. So anyway, they said that I had an issue with my thyroid. When they told me that I had an issue with my thyroid, I didn't go cry about it. I didn't stress about it. I didn't even tell anybody. I went within myself and believed and had faith that the result that I wanted would manifest. Literally, I went back to the doctor. They said it was no issues of any type of thyroid problems. Like literally on my doctor's report, I can hold two different doctor's reports. One said that my thyroid levels were unbalanced and I had issue with my thyroid. They prescribed me medicine and everything. I did not take the medicine. I went within myself and centered myself, and I did not feed worry. I did not complain about it. I didn't walk around and say, oh, woe is me. They said something wrong with my thyroid. I'm gonna get cancer. I'm gonna die, and like just add more negativity to it. I did research and I had faith. And when I went back to the doctor, they said, what thyroid issue? You don't have any traces of having a thyroid issue. So it's not just in my experience of witnessing that lady that said that she had an issue with cancer and came back to the church and she didn't have no trace of it. I experienced the miracle in myself, in my own personal experience. So it's not just, oh, that lady could have been lying. That lady was not lying, and neither am I, and neither am I, was my experience. My personal experience didn't lie to me. I went through it myself. So that's that on that. So we do have the ability, and Jesus confirmed it in Luke chapter 9 verse 48. He said, by your faith you are healed. By your faith has made you well. Go in peace. And the lady with the issue of blood, she left in peace. She left whole. She left healed because her faith was so strong. It wasn't the doctors that cured her. The doctors wasted her money. It was her faith that made her whole. Jesus said it was your faith that made you well. So when you connect your mind, body, and spirit, nothing is impossible. Anything you want, you will have. When you connect your mind, your body, and spirit, you will manifest your mind, body, and spirit. Okay? I hope y'all catching this. So, oh, let me read this last thing I want to go over for this portion of the workshop. So 64. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not in that book. It's in my other book. Okay, so on page 64, principle 34, in my book, Cosmic Economics. This is another good book. This book is kind of old. I got this maybe like 10 years ago, somewhere around there. But anyway, so Cosmic Principle 34, where your attention goes, power flows. Where your attention goes, power flows. If you want to know where your power is, find out where your attention is going. Okay. The God-given power of the mind flows into the ideas that a mind pays homage to and actualizes them. Even bad luck, negativity, and sin will starve to death if you deprive them of the energy of your attention and belief, which also goes into self-healing. The doctor's report came back saying that there were no traces of a thyroid issue because I did not put my energy into that. I put my energy into the fact that I didn't have an issue with thyroid. I put my energy into unblocking my chakra, and I put my energy towards healing as opposed to being unhealthy. I put my energy towards having perfect alignment as opposed to dis-ease or being out of line. You know what I'm saying? So what you put your energy towards is what you will manifest. For example, how do you feel about getting old? I don't think about it. We've gone through half the winter and you haven't even caught a cold or anything. Why haven't you gotten sick? I don't think about it. I don't have time to give it my attention. I didn't lend my belief to it, because where my attention goes, my power flows. So if you went to the doctor and the doctor diagnosed any type of illness to you, part of your healing process is not focusing on what the doctor said. Eliminate it from your mind. What your new focus is, if you have diabetes, your focus is not, oh my goodness, I have this thing. Oh my goodness, how much longer do I have to live? Oh my goodness, this what happened to my daddy when he had it. That is no longer your focus. Moving forward, you're focusing on good health. You're focusing on healthy foods to eat. You're focusing on meditation. You're focusing on prayer. You're focusing on all things that is the opposite of that thing that the doctor claimed you had. Okay? You can literally use that with anything, whether it's illness, whether it's whatever it is. If you want to get a new home, certain things are important to different people. You know, for some people, in order for you to feel happy, you'll have to have a nice home or nice things. And maybe right now you may be living in poverty. Do not focus your mind on being in poverty. Do not wake up every day and say, oh my God, I hate this neighborhood. Oh my God, I don't got no money in my account. Oh my God, how am I gonna pay these bills? Do not, moving forward, focus your mind on, I'm so happy to wake up this morning. I'm so happy that I have food in my refrigerator, or access to food, or that the church up the street is giving out free food, or I have a homegirl that I can go over her house and eat. Focus your mind on good things. The Bible says, focus your mind on good things. And everything you want will be provided to you the more you focus your mind on good things. So if you want good health, focus your mind on good health. It don't matter what the doctor told you from maybe your past self-talk or your past experiences that may have created this dis-ease in your body. Don't focus on that. If the doctor say you have a disease, moving forward, focus your mind on good things. If you have been stricken with poverty because of past decisions you made or past thoughts that you had, don't focus your mind on poverty. Focus your mind on wealth. If you have any type of issues, if you have problems within your relationship, don't focus your mind. Don't call your homegirl up and talk about how bad your relationship is. Don't call your brother up, can't stand this nigga.
Lord have mercy.
Do that. To focus your mind on the good things in that other person. Focus your mind on the times when y'all was happy and how y'all elevated each other and how y'all grew each other. Focus your mind on the good things that is happening in your life, and it will grow. Where attention goes, power grows. Remember that saying. When somebody come to you trying to gossip about something, remember, where attention goes, power grows. Say, listen, with all due respect, I can't even talk to you about that stuff. Or matter of fact, you know what? That's my other line. It's about business. I'm going to call you right back, sis. I love you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be like, girl, I was watching Kashi program and she said this some negative stuff. And you ain't talk all of that. You know what, sis? I'm enjoying the conversation, but that's my other line. And that's my teacher from school. I got to call you back. Or that's my boss calling the other line, girl, I gotta call you back. Or, child, I'm getting so tired, I gotta call you back. Don't engage in that, because where your attention go is where power will grow. So if you spending that time talking about fighting and arguing and problems, guess what? Fighting, arguing, and problems will manifest in your life. If you watching shows that project that type of energy, those things will happen in your life. How many times have you sat up and watched a reality show that had a lot of drama in it, and next thing you know, you start going through similar situations in your life? It wasn't a coincidence. It's that you manifested that into your life by paying for it with your attention. Okay, so this workshop is about paying your attention to the good things in life, paying your attention to healing, paying your attention to the process of cleansing and detoxifying your cells and your being, detoxifying yourself spiritually, mentally, and physically, and hopefully allowing yourself to heal on a level of completeness. So you will become a complete being. You will become completely purified and cleansed. So when you do pursue your spiritual journey, you will be a new vessel for that religion or faith to pour itself in to, and it will be more effective. Because again, you cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. It will not be as effective. You will not be able to fully tap into source, to the light, to God, if you are old wineskins. Now, I'm not saying that you won't be able to connect with God. Think about how many times you or somebody you know prayed and prayed and prayed to God, but none of their prayers are getting answered. The reason why their prayers are not being answered is because they're not purifying themselves or aligning themselves enough to tap into source, to be able to attract the vibration that they want. They're not aligned to emit the vibration to be able to attract the things that they want. So you have to cleanse yourself. You have to realign your energy centers to be able to attract the things that you want. And again, this is what Jesus talked about. This is what all the ascended masters tried to bring to our attention. And this is the true light that all of us rightfully have access to, you know. So again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all tuning in and allowing me to pour this energy into your life and to share this information with you guys, and also my perspective with y'all. So thank y'all so much. And this has completed the first session of the 28-day spiritual detox. And again, this completes part 1. Come on back for part 2. Thank y'all. So hi y'all, welcome to the cleansing part of your 28-day spiritual detox. So I have to lean in a bit because the light, it looked like it's a little bit off, but these are all the beautiful ingredients that will be in your cleansing smoothie. So basically, we got some cilantro, some fresh cilantro. We have some bananas, green apples, babies or spinach, organic. We got some pineapple, got some good old ginger, and lime. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up all these ingredients, and then I'm going to come back so we can blend it up together and taste it. Now this cleanse is to basically, you see you have a lot of greens here, so that will act in flushing out your system. Fiber is really good. Pineapple has a lot of antioxidants in it. So does lime. And basically all of these ingredients work together to cleanse out your system, and that is really important. So before you go on your fast, which is the next segment of this video, you'll be able to cleanse your body out and remove any toxins or anything from your digestive system. Because as you learned in the first portion of this video, the old waste that's trapped in your body is directly connected to the situations that you attract in your life. That waste is also attached to the different emotions and stuff that you have. So getting ready to embark on this spiritual journey, you kind of want to give yourself a clean slate and a fresh start, you know, so you can really connect with whichever spiritual path you choose. Okay, so again, I'm going to cut up these ingredients and we're going to get to blending together. So I'll be back, guys. Thank you. So I'm just cutting up the bananas now. Cutting up the bananas. That to the side. And I'm making a smoothie. I'm only making 1 glass for myself. So I'm not going to make an excessive amount because it's only for me. So. Okay. And make sure during your fast, this is the only thing that you'll be eating. So you wanna just, you know, eat this and plenty of water. Make sure you drink a lot of water. So okay. So cut these apples up. You really could just do one apple, one banana. You know, if it's one person, then you want to do one apple, one of each. You know, one apple, one banana, because it's only one person. So maybe, you know, if you're doing 3 people, maybe you'll do 2 bananas, 2 apples, you know. So just measure it according to the amount of people that you're serving. And I mean, I suggest and recommend that you get everybody on this, because this cleanse, first of all, this cleanse is going to help you lose weight. I lost 25 pounds actually, because during COVID I had gained so much weight or whatever, and I'm still actually, I'm going to do this fast with you guys too, so that, because I plan to lose about 20 more pounds. So I could be like 160, because I think I'm about 180 now, 179, 180. So I'm going to lose another 20, so I could be 160, because that is the goal. So now you want to get some cilantro. So cut this up. But yeah, y'all, I lost 20 pounds on this cleanse and fast. So you're gonna do the cleanse first, and then you're gonna do your fast after this. And every day when you break your fast, it's specific foods that you have to eat after your fast. So I just cut up a little bushel of cilantro. It don't have to be a lot. See, it's pretty much just like that. So you ain't gotta go crazy, okay? So just cutting everything up and just putting it to the side. Now make sure you have like a little plastic bag or something to put your trash in, because you know you want to keep your area clean while you're creating your smoothie. So anyway, yes, y'all, but I lost 20 pounds and I'm so proud of myself. I'm still losing weight. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the goal is like, honestly, listen, I ain't even about to BS y'all. The goal is honestly like 150, because my average weight just all throughout my life was like 135, and I'm 5'7". So the goal, you know, like 135, that's my normal weight, but that was kind of like really frail and like really kind of like too small for my height or whatever. So 150, 160 is cool, but this I'm just, you know, working towards getting another like 20 off, and I've already lost 25. So yeah, so that's that. So this helps with all of that. It helps with weight loss, and it's just good as far as cleansing your system so that you can manifest it, you know what I'm saying, and increase your vibrations. When you get all that junk out of your system, it'll help with increasing and heightening your vibration, and it helps you connect with God more, and your meditations will go smoother. You'll notice like when you go to the bathroom, you're like, you know, the scent will be different, you know what I'm saying? Your body, even like when you perspire and like your deodorant, I mean like your perspiration under your arms and stuff, that will change. Like I've noticed since I changed my diet, like, you know, I don't even use deodorant anymore. I use lines now, and it works just fine, you know. So you'll notice when you start putting better quality things in your body, that all those things will change for the better. So it's just all around good. But this particular smoothie is good. I'm also going to leave after this, I don't know, maybe I'll put it on this screen, or like after this clip, then I want to put basically what each one of these ingredients, the effects of it, like how it helps your body or whatever, so you guys can just have more information, know what you're putting in your body, and like why you're putting this in your body, and what does it help, and all that kind of stuff. So this is something that worked for me on my spiritual journey. I learned that the more that I juiced and did smoothies, that my meditation was, more clear. My dreams be more clear, and it was just all around successful and like just good for me. So I just put like a little piece of ginger, because I don't know how spicy y'all are, like how spicy stuff. And if you don't know, I'm going to tell you, ginger is spicy. So I'm not big on spicy smoothies. Now I will like a spicy food, like something to eat that's spicy, something hot. But for the next 2 weeks, we're not eating no hot foods. So this is also good because it's convenient if you're a mom, if you got the babies, whatever. It's also good because you don't have to cook anything. It's really quick. And I would advise you for the next 7 days, make enough so that, and you want to do one per person, like 1 banana, 1 apple, 1 handful of spinach, a small piece of ginger, maybe 2-3 slices of pineapple, the juice of 1 lime per person. So each person, you want to go up 1, you understand? So, but for me, because I like bananas, and you can fluctuate the ingredients, but for me, I like bananas, so I'm going to give myself 2 bananas or whatever, because I like my smoothies to be like creamy or whatever. So yeah, and if it's any left, then I'll give it to my kids. Somebody calling me, I'm not sure, I hope it didn't stop. So now, make sure you rinse everything off. Cut off. Somebody just called me. I thought it probably was going to cut it off or whatever, but so yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Make sure you have a little bag on the side so you can put your trash away. So yeah, we just cutting it up, child. We just cutting it up. So what I would say is open this on your YouTube, and do it with me, I'll be right on your screen while you cutting up your ingredients. And you know what? Like, you got this. Like, while it may get your first, I ain't even gonna hold you. Your first couple days is going to be difficult. Your first couple days, you may not, it may be challenging because you're used to eating meat, or you used to eating snacks and all this stuff, so it will be hard. However, it's not going to be as hard, because your next portion of this is the fasting part. So with the fasting part, if you hadn't did this cleanse first, it would have been so much harder or whatever to like fast and whatever. So, but this is going to be a little challenging. I ain't going to flex. It's going to be challenging. but it's going to be worth it. Just think about how much better your body is going to feel. Just think about how good you're treating your organs right now. How much your body deserves this TLC and this good quality food in it or whatever. So I'm only going to put one pineapple or whatever for me. So, because like I said, it's only myself. I might give my babies a pinch of it. But it's mainly just for me. So now we cut up the pineapples. Okay, I might do more pineapples. I will hold you because I do want it sweet. So, okay, so you basically just cut it up. I love pineapples, so. Okay, so now you do this last. This is just the juice of a lime. So we pretty much got everything. So good. Got some green apples, some yummy bananas, pineapples, and cilantro. So, get your blender. Now we're going to do about a handful of the spinach. Okay, got your spinach in here. Okay, then we want to do the juice of a lime. Okay. Okay. We'll go ahead and put a whole lime in there. Okay. Now, put some apples. Ginger. Bananas. Put some of the pineapples. I probably don't need all these pineapples, but I'm going to do another picture of it because I want to prepare it for a couple of days anyway. So I give myself away. Okay, so that's that. So now we're going to blend this up and then I'm going to come back with the results. Okay, so we are back and let's taste it. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, make sure y'all put some alkaline water in it too, because you know, so it can blend up good. But if you put half of the amount of ingredients, so if your ingredients is up here, then you want to fill it to right here, so just put half alkaline water. Okay, so and this is what you'll be digesting for the next 7 days. You want to, you know, only digest this and water. Only, nothing else. No other fruits, no other vegetables. Only this and water for 7 days. So you can drink it as often as you like, as many times as you want, because remember, you haven't started your actual fast yet. This is just the cleanse before the fast. So, and it should reduce bloating and all that kind of stuff. So this is the cleanse before the fast. So you want to drink this. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Clink. to taste the ginger. It's spicy, but it's gonna be so good for your body. It's so worth it. It's really good. I like it. So I like healthy stuff anyway though, but I mean, if you're kind of used to eating like fast food and stuff, this will be a new taste for you. So just get used to it. Just drink it down. Drink this multiple times throughout the day. Also, like I said, drink water, plenty of water. For the next 7 days, you are going to lose weight. You'll feel your energy come back. Your dreams will be more vivid. You'll be able to meditate better, connect with God more and better. So again, if you have any type of health issues, diabetes, cancer, anything, consult with your doctor before doing this cleanse. So that's that. But outside of that, like, this is going to be so good for you, and you are going to reap tremendous benefit from doing this fast. And you, like I said, you'll feel your energy come back and everything. So it'll be like super good for you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That is the cleanse part. We have completed our cleanse, and I can't stop drinking it. I want some more. Because it is really good. And yeah, so this should last me pretty much throughout the day, because I'll be drinking water and stuff too. So this should keep me full throughout the day, and I'll probably go to bed like 7-8 o'clock. So, and we'll get this 7-day stretch out the way, and then we'll move to our fast and guided meditation. So thank you all so much again for joining me and creating your smoothie with me, or putting your smoothie together with me. And I appreciate it. God bless y'all. I'm so happy that y'all invited me on y'all spiritual journey, and I can be a part of this journey that you guys are going on. Is so special, and it's such a sacred thing, and I just want us to treat it as such. So again, thank y'all so much. I'm Kashi, and I'll see you in the next segment of the video. So thank you so much for staying along to this portion of the video. So on this segment of the video, we'll be going over the different fruits that you'll be eating to break your fast, that will reflect the energy center that you'll be strengthening during your week of meditation. Now, you can combine the 2 weeks, your fasting week with your meditation week, or you could choose to separate the two and then just do a week of your fasting and then a week of meditation. But for the sake of time, I'm going to be combining the two. Okay, so first I want to go over your grocery list for the foods that you'll be eating for the next 2 weeks. So first you want to put apples or tomatoes or strawberries or any red fruits. Your second will be bananas, pineapples, yellow pears, any yellow fruit. 3 will be carrots, oranges, or peaches, or any orange fruit. 4th will be avocado, green pepper, celery, or any green fruit. 5th will be blueberry, tea, blueberries, or acai bowls. If you're not familiar with the acai bowls, this is what they look like. So it's those. They're really good. 6th is purple grapes or acai bowls or prunes. And 7 is prunes again, blueberry tea or lavender tea. So I will have the grocery list listed on the screen as well, so you can take your notes for what you'll need. So just to give kind of a briefing of why you're going to be eating these color fruits, and you're probably wondering like, well, why do the colors matter, or why do I have to get this or that particular color fruit? So basically, for the meditation portion of this video, which you will get to after this, each day of the week you'll be focusing on the color of a different or specific energy center within your body. The reason for this is to realign your energy centers, which will allow you to focus more, concentrate, you'll get better sleep, you'll be able to tap into source, and it's just all around increasing your vibrations. So the way that you strengthen them is through meditation and also through the foods that you'll be eating. So let's go over the days of the week and what you'll be eating on each day of the week. So on Monday, you'll be eating your red fruits, which could be apples or strawberries. Red apples or strawberries. I personally like Gala apples because they're really crisp. I like the texture of them, but you can get whatever apples you enjoy. So you can do apples or strawberries or any red fruit. Tuesday, we're going to do oranges. My oranges are in the refrigerator, but you all know what oranges look like. So Tuesday we'll be doing oranges or papaya or any orange fruit, apricots. Wednesday we'll be doing pineapples or have bananas here, so or any yellow fruit. Thursday we'll be doing green apples or avocado. Avocado isn't a fruit. I don't think avocado is a fruit. That's more of a vegetable. However, it's still green and you don't have to cook it, so that's fine. Or you could even do broccoli, you know, and you don't have to cook broccoli. But I would stay in the vegetable area, or things that you can pick off a tree and eat. You know, we want to stay in that area. When it comes to different vegetables that have been spliced or genetically modified, or just kind of vegetables that may have been made in a laboratory, you kind of want to stay away from that stuff. And I will also recommend that all of your fruits you get from a local farmer's market, local farmers, because like the big food chain supermarkets and stuff, a lot of their vegetables and fruits are genetically modified. Not all of them, but most of them. Friday will be for your blue energy center, which deals with communication. So on that day, you'll be drinking your blueberry teas or eating blueberries. And blueberries help with mental health, which assists with effective communication. So you have to be stable mentally to be able to communicate effectively. So, and moving on to Saturday will be your purple energy center, which deals with awareness. So you'll be eating purple grapes, purple fruits. I chose purple grapes because that's just personally what I like. But purple grapes support cognitive and mood improvements in young adults, according to the European Journal of Nutrition. So it deals with cognitive function and mood improvements, which connects to your awareness, which is your purple energy center. Then Sunday is your purple energy center, which deals with spirituality. Okay, and on that day you want to drink purified water, alkaline water, and get as much fresh air as you can, sunlight, and drink blueberry teas. So on each of these days for your meditation on Monday, which we'll cover and go more into detail with on the next segment of this video. Monday, you'll be focusing on your red energy center, or some people call them chakras. Tuesday, you'll be focused on your orange. Wednesday will be your yellow. Thursday will be your green. Friday will be your blue. Okay? Saturday will be your purple, and Sunday will be your purple. Okay? So thank y'all again so much for allowing me to partake in this journey with y'all. I'm super, super, super excited again on this fast and cleanse, this 28-day spiritual detox. It will not only help you connect with source and increase your vibrations and just help you all around, it will also help you lose weight, cleanse your organs, detoxify all the nasty waste that's been sitting in your body for over years even. So this will be all around great for your health, great for you mentally, great for you spiritually. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to, take this journey with y'all. It's exciting because I've done it already. And as you can see, I'm getting snatched. And I was 25 pounds bigger than this. Like, I had noticed my arms was just getting super big. My boobs was getting super big. My stomach was getting super big. My thighs were huge. So, and nothing wrong with that. But for me, I have always had like a pretty slim build. So that's what I've grown accustomed to, and that's what I'm used to. And that's when I operate at my healthiest. So, and all my life I've been about 134 pounds, and I'm 5'7", so I've pretty much been slender my entire life. So I just kind of lost focus on the things that I was putting in my body, and I guess it was 2021 around when COVID-19 hit or whatever. So anyway, now I'm in the process of realigning myself, centering myself, cleansing out the toxins from my body, and getting things back on track. So when I rededicate myself to my faith, which is Christianity, I can come in with a clean vessel and pour the word of God in me, and it will take root in clean ground. It'll take root in a healthy stage, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a blank canvas to grow from. So that's just how I look at it. And again, this process is very sacred, and I want you guys to treat it as such. You know, it's not a game. It's not just kind of jump in and fall off and jump in and fall off. Like, really set time aside. The next 28 days, make it your business. Write it on a calendar. Write it in your journals. Make it your business to partake on this journey and really cleanse yourself, because not only will it be good for you spiritually, but it'll help your mood. It'll help with brain fog. It'll help cleanse your mind. It'll help your intuition, increase your intuition. It'll help with your dreams being more vivid. You will notice that God is always speaking to us, but you will start to notice more. You'll become more aware, so this fast and detox and cleanse, it will strengthen your spirit man. The purpose of this is to not only strengthen your physical being, but also to strengthen your spirit being, which is the most important, because as you all know, and if you don't, I'll tell you, your spirit man is who you are. You're currently a spirit, and you just have on a flesh suit so that you can function on this three-dimensional realm. So you're a spirit partaking in a human experience. So once you wrap your head around that concept, then you'll understand the importance of the detoxing spiritually and meditation to cleanse your auric field, and you know, if you come in contact with some of the wrong people, there everything is made of an energy. So if you come in contact with certain people and they're vibrating on a low frequency, and you come in contact with them, their energy can merge with yours and you can take on their energy. So, you know, it's important to cleanse your energy field. It's important to eat raw and have a clean diet and stop putting toxins in our bodies, because we need to prepare for what is to come. So, again, thank y'all so much. I can't stop thanking y'all enough. Just really take this serious, guys. Follow the steps that is in this video as far as the meditation and the different foods to eat. All of these foods are good, but when you make your grocery list, base your color palette off of the fruits and vegetables that you enjoy eating, and make sure that they're raw vegetables. If you do add vegetables, there'll be vegetables that you don't have to cook. For the next 2 weeks, and moving forward, hopefully, you don't want to eat any kind of foods that you have to cook. So again, thank y'all so much for taking this seriously and adding this to your journey of pursuing spirituality or Christianity or Islam or whatever your choice, your faith choice is. But your fast will end every day at 7 o'clock. So you want to wake up, if you're combining the 2 weeks, you want to wake up in the morning, do your meditation. It's a 10-minute meditation. Once you complete that, you fast all day, you read your scriptures or whatever holy book you have for the spiritual path that you're on, or some affirmations if you're pursuing just spirituality. Whatever your choice is, whatever suits you best, that's fine. So, but you want to focus your mind on those things during your fast, just to kind of give yourself some strength, because this will be challenging, especially if you've been eating unhealthy for like the past X amount of years. It's going to be a little challenging to just kind of fast and cut yourself off and deprive yourself of these unhealthy foods that you're used to eating or whatever. So Monday, so anyway, yeah, your fast ends at 7 o'clock. You want to start your day, meditate for 10 minutes, go throughout your day fasting. At 7 o'clock, you break your fast, and whatever color you focused on that day will be the color of the food that you'll eat, the raw food that you'll eat. Again, thank y'all so much. I appreciate it, and have a blessed day. Okay, y'all, so this is the next segment of my 28-day spiritual detox. I'm currently out here in the middle of the field, sun gazing, sunbathing, and today, or for this portion of this workshop, we're going to deal with meditation. Meditation is very important because, number one, if you're anything like me, I deal with severe anxiety. It helps to ground you. It also helps with aligning your chakras. It helps to keep you calm and centered. Because I battled with anxiety, I would have a problem with just anxiousness and just kind of being nervous a lot, and even almost to the point where I was like jittery, and I would stumble over my words when I would be nervous and stuff. So I noticed that yoga and meditation helps me to stay calm and to keep my thoughts clear. So this will be helpful with that also if you experience any sort of anxiety. Helps with depression, and again, it helps with grounding yourself. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is obviously get into a comfortable upright position. Some people can choose to do it laying down, which I actually prefer laying down, in which after we complete the breathing part of this exercise, I will lay down so that I can sun gaze along with my meditation or whatever. Um, so the breathing is, you want to inhale, count to 3, release, count to 3. Okay? So I'm going to give you an example. We're going to do that 10 times. Okay? So okay? So you want to inhale for 3, hold it for 3, and release 1, 3. Okay? So let's try it again. Okay? So that was your second breath. Continue to do this 8 more times. Six more. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Okay? So once you've completed 10 of those breaths, inhale through your nose for a 3 count, hold your breath for a 3 count, exhale for a 3 count. Do that 10 times. Once you have completed that, on your 10th time of holding your breath for the 3 seconds, and then you release for the 3 seconds, at the end of that 3, when you count down, at the end of that, you immediately go into your meditation. So each day, you'll be doing this for 7 days, and each day you want to choose a different color chakra or energy house. Okay, so today we're going to start with the color red, because red obviously is for your root chakra, which helps with grounding yourself. It helps with confidence. It helps with decision making. It helps with uh, just aligning yourself. This is the first um, energy center to gain control and alignment of, so that you can center and align the rest of your chakras. So again, after you take your deep breaths, then you want to go into meditating on the color. So you see the color of your root chakra, and each day you will have a different color to focus on until you get to your crown chakra, until you get to your highest energy center, and then you'll meditate on that color. But each color is different. Oh, look, a butterfly. And so many birds coming and kind of sitting on the gate here, and then a butterfly just came by. I saw some hawks in the sky when I first got here that greeted me. So it's just so beautiful to like connect with nature and ground yourself and center yourself. So anyway, this is the first step, and you want to sit either upright or lie down and focus on the color red for your first day. I will have a color list of the color that you'll need to focus on each day until you get to your highest color, your highest wow. I don't know if y'all could see that. Let me see if y'all could see it. Where is it? I don't know if y'all could see it, but so many birds are coming out. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. All the hawks are coming out, and it's like, since I spoke of them, they really came out, honey. And it's two of them, and they're so beautiful. Oh my goodness, they are so beautiful. And that one was flying pretty low. But anyway, so I'm just gonna start my meditation, and oh my God, they love me. They really love me. Oh, and I love them too. I love you so much. I love nature so much, and I love the beautiful birds. And this is just so amazing. But anyway, I don't want to get too sidetracked off of my video, but wow, it was beautiful, and it was flying pretty low. I couldn't really capture it without taking my phone off the tripod, but they were really beautiful. And it was two hawks, and yeah, that was really beautiful and majestic and like amazing. But anyway, so now I'm gonna lay down, sun gaze, take my hat off so the sun can feed my third eye. And my energy centers, I will probably take my jacket off too, so like my skin can absorb the sun. So preferably you want to do your meditations in the sun, on earth. I mean, I have a yoga mat down, but it would be better to like just do it on the grass. The only reason why I'm not doing it on the grass is because it's kind of like prickly on my skin or whatever. So wow, they back. Wow, they're so, oh my God, it's three of them now. Look, they done brung friends. It's three of them. So beautiful. They're huge too, and it's three of them. Wow, that's just so beautiful. Like, so beautiful. So anyway, so yeah, so it would be better to put your body on the ground. But the reason why I didn't do it is because the grass, this isn't real grass, I don't think, but whatever the case is like really prickly. So I kind of feel like that would disrupt my meditation, so I brought my yoga mat or whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna lay here, absorb the sun, and meditate on the color red, for 10 minutes. Now, I'll have to use my phone to set a timer. I would suggest and recommend you guys set a timer. You can go over 10 minutes, but I would suggest that you start with 10 minutes, you know, just until you kind of get in a hang of meditating or whatever. So, you know, initially your mind will kind of wander. You'll start having just random thoughts, and basically the more you do it, the better at it you'll get, and you'll be able to kind of take control of your thoughts and center your thought on the color red for your first day. So again, I'm going to list the different colors each day. You'll do the breathing technique, meditate for 10 minutes on the color of the energy center that you are strengthening. Okay, so you can do it early in the morning, or you can do it at night before you go to bed. You could do it in the afternoon. I would recommend that you do it early in the morning and then at night before you go to bed. And during this meditation, you won't start this part until you complete your cleanse, your 7-day cleanse. Once you complete your 7-day cleanse, then you want to go into your 7-day fast. At the end of each day that you end your fast, you want to eat a color of the energy center that you are honoring for that day. Also, during your fast, make sure you stay in your Bible or whatever religious journey you're pursuing, whatever book you have, whatever holy book you have. Stay prayed up during the week of your fast, because that is really important, so that you can continue to have the strength for your fast and to continue throughout those 7 days. If for any reason you slip up and you accidentally eat something, or not accidentally, but if you just, for whatever reason, you break and you eat something, get back on the fast. No one's holding it against you. The fact that you're trying is commendable. The fact that this is important to you is commendable. So if, you know, within the 7 days, on day 3, you kind of fall short and you eat something, it's okay. Just don't eat nothing else after that, and just get back on. No matter how many times you make a mistake, just get back on. The main focus is not to stay there. If for whatever reason you fall short, do not stay there. Get back on the horse. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, like I said, you do your breathing technique, 3 breaths in, hold for 3, release for 3 seconds. Do that 10 times. Then you want to meditate for 10 minutes, focusing on the energy center that you're strengthening for that day. Today, we're starting with the first energy center, which is the color red, which is your root chakra. Your root chakra helps with grounding, confidence, decision making, and a list of other things that I will have attached to this video. So I want to thank y'all so much for completing this segment of the video. Thank y'all and have a blessed day, and thank y'all again for inviting me on you guys' journey. I wish you guys all the best and blessings. Until next time.